Om asato ma sadgamaya tamaso ma jyotirgamaya mrityorma mritangamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Jai Shri Krishna. The explanation of the Shlokas is not a direct translation nor an in-depth analysis. With humility and respect, our attempt is only to simplify and explain the meaning in a conversational language. The objective is also to inspire independent thinking amongst curious knowledge seekers and beginners in India and beyond. Errors in our understanding or pronunciation, if any, are regretted.
सर्वयोनिषु कौन्तेय मूर्तयः सम्भवन्ति याः तासां ब्रह्ममहद्योनिर् अहं बीजप्रदः पिता.
All species of life, O son of Kunti, are made possible by birth in this material nature, which is the womb, and that I am the seed-giving father. Friends, as you already have learned, it is Krishna who is the origin of all creative, material or spiritual energies. He is the father who provides material body to an Atma. The Atma is attached to all the species on the earth, whether plant or animals. Friends, if you Google the number of plants and animal species in the world, the estimate is of 8.7 million. Majority of them still unidentified. Can it be a mere coincidence that it is said in our ancient text that a human being has to take 8.4 million births before getting an opportunity to be born in a human body again? There are numerous scientific papers and books written on the topics of reincarnation. The Western world is researching on science that has always been known in Bharat, but unfortunately, we are still not confident enough to own it. Nor are we given any credit for our heritage, the tapasya of our forefathers, the rishis who made mind-boggling discoveries in quantum sciences. Whatever is written in the Bhagwad Gita is supreme knowledge. It is truth. Krishna remains the origin, our father, from which we all came into existence, to put it simply.
मां च यो व्यभिचारेण भक्तियोगेन सेवते सगुणान् समतीत्यैतान् ब्रह्मभूयाय कल्पते.
Those who serve me with pure devotion rise above the three modes of material nature and reach to the level of Brahma. This verse is a reply to Arjun's third question: how can one attain transcendental position? As we know, we are acting under the spell of Maya through a combination of three gunas. We could be sattvic, rajasic, or tamasic, or have all three in us with one guna dominating, depending upon the context and our situation. There are those who remain as they are, pure, divine, and calm, irrespective of the situation, who have understood the truth and remain in Krishna consciousness. They are always engaged in Bhakti Yoga, which expands to Krishna and his various other forms too, of Rama and Narayan. As you know, in our Dharma, there is enough flexibility, so one who is engaged in the service of any form of Krishna is considered to have risen to the level of Brahma. Friends, Brahma is not Brahma, as you already know. It is the cosmos itself. Everything there is. It is a very complex phenomenon to explain, but very simple to feel if one just surrenders to Krishna. be humble and open-minded.
ब्रह्मणो हि प्रतिष्ठाहम् अमृतस्याव्ययस्य च शाश्वतस्य च धर्मस्य सुखस्यैकान्तिकस्य च.
I am the basis of the formless Brahma, the everlasting and indestructible, of eternal Dharma and of unending divine bliss. Krishna says that he remains the basis of the entire cosmos, which we know has always existed and shall always be beyond the concept of time and space. Krishna is the basis of Sanatan Dharma itself, continuous and ever evolving. He is also the divine feeling of bliss. Friends, these concepts cannot be explained without having a thorough knowledge of the Vedas or an elevated conscious mind, though in various texts references from other scriptures are provided. For now, since it is a beginner series, it is enough to know Krishna is the base for everything there is, form or formless, material or spiritual, the good, the bad and the ugly. Yet the essence of Krishna, from which the entire creation originated, remains love and peace only.
निर्मानमोहा जितसङ्गदोषा अध्यात्मनित्या विनिवृत्तकामाः द्वन्द्वैर्विमुक्ताः सुखदुःखसञ्जैर्गच्छन्त्यमूढाः अदमव्ययं तत्.
Those who are free from arrogance and delusion, who have overcome the evil of attachment, who live constantly on the self and on Bhagwan, who are free from the desire to enjoy the senses and are beyond the dualities of pleasure and pain, such liberated personalities attain my eternal abode. Here, the pointers on attaining Bhagwan are provided. If you have explored other parts of the series, a lot of recommendations are provided already, but it is always good to reinforce what we have learned so far. Firstly, we need to be humble and not under the delusion of Maya. Having an unattached, objective mind along with no desire for worldly pleasures brings us closer to Bhagwan. Friends, it is not easy, but such people do exist. Perhaps you can visit Vrindavan and see for yourself that people have completely surrendered and dedicated their lives in the service of Bhagwan. Being in service of Bhagwan does not necessarily mean sannyas or giving up everything, your job and family responsibilities. One can do his karma and dharma, knowing very well it is a respectful dedication to Bhagwan. In this way, a feeling of freedom will originate and maneuver you into Krishna's divine abode.
न तद्भासयत् सूर्यो न शशाङ्को न पावकः यद्गत्वा न निवर्तन्ते तद्धाम परमं मम.
That supreme abode of mine is not illuminated by the sun or the moon, nor by fire or electricity. Those who reach it never return to this material world. Krishna here describes his dham or place in the celestial skies, which can be called Krishna Lok or Golak Vrindavan. Here, there is no need of sunshine, moonshine, fire, or electricity because all the planets are self-luminous. It is also characterized by Sat Chit Anand, full of bliss, knowledge, and eternality. Friends, please note these terms are just used to keep it more understandable and relatable for us humans. Once we have crossed our limits, everything becomes self-evident and we do not need anything else and do not wish anymore to ever return to earth, which is a very difficult place to be for most of us, including the avatars.
ममैवांशो जीवलोके जीवभूतः सनातनः मनः षष्ठानीन्द्रियाणि प्रकृतिस्थानि कर्षति.
The living beings in this world are my eternal fragmented parts. Due to conditioned life, they are struggling very hard with the six senses, which include the mind. Friends, as explained in previous chapters, we are all parts of Krishna. Doesn't matter who we are or what we do. To elaborate, Krishna's fragmented parts or ansha are of two types. But do remember these are conceptual and not physical in nature. Swansh, Paramatma himself, the energies that have come from him directly such as Sri Ram, Narsingh Bhagwan, Varaha, Matsya, etc. You could call them concentrated forms. Vibhinansh, these are different or indirect parts of Bhagwan for the lack of a better words. These are further divided into three kinds. Nitya Siddha, these Atmas are the divine entities or Devtas who have always been with Bhagwan in the transcendental world. Sadhan Siddha, these Atmas who have attained moksha due to their bhakti and sadhana and shall not return to the earth. Nitya Baddha, these are us. All of us here on the earth belong to this category until we attain moksha. We have always been trapped in this material world or sansar and we are ruled by our five senses plus the mind.
सर्वस्य चाहं हृदि सन्निविष्टो मत्तः स्मृतिर्ज्ञानमपोहनं च वेदैश्च सर्वैरहमेव वेद्यो वेदान्तकृद्वेदविदेव चाहम्.
I am seated in everyone's heart, and from me comes remembrance, knowledge, and forgetfulness. By all the Vedas, I am to be known. Indeed, I am the compiler of Vedant, and I am the knower of the Vedas. Friends, if someone asked you which is the most important organ in the human body, there wouldn't be a simple answer. Still, it is our heart which works the hardest throughout our lives to pump blood to all parts of the body and circulates required nutrients and oxygen too. Yet, it is not just a muscle, but a symbol of love. It hurts the most when we go through troubles in our relationships and is capable of feeling immense bliss. Notice the warm fuzzy feeling in your heart when you hug your child or partner. No wonder Krishna's energy is centered in it. So we need to keep it happy and healthy by having sattvic conduct, thoughts and food as much as possible. Krishna also mentions that He is the source of our memory, knowledge and intellect. He is divine. He created the knowledge of Vedas, actually all scriptures. Bhagwad Gita is said to be a summary of all Vedas, so it is a great place to start in our pursuit of knowledge about every facet of life and beyond. Friends, always know, Krishna doesn't need to brag. He is simply stating the truth. That's how it is.
यो मामेवम् असम्मूढो जानाति पुरुषोत्तमम् स सर्वविद् भजति माम् सर्वभावेन भारत.
Those who know me without doubt as the Supreme Divine Personality truly have absolute and complete knowledge. O son of Bharat, they worship me with their whole being. This shloka is simple and self-explanatory. Krishna says that the devotee who knows in his heart that it is Krishna who is the Supreme Personality does not need any convincing. Yes, we can all have moments of skepticism, but do understand, famous scientists and philosophers of the world have derived their understanding and inspiration of the cosmos from the Vedas. There are highly accomplished intellectuals and even IIT students who have devoted their entire lives in Krishna's bhakti, and no amount of money or success can lure them back to the materialistic world as they have realized Krishna. If we are fortunate, maybe in this life we could too. Let us take small steps with pure intentions, and Krishna will come to us himself. And with this, we have completed most important shlokas from chapter 14 and 15. Jai Shri Krishna. Friends, please note primarily chapter 14 is about the three modes of material nature, sattva, rajas and tamas. In this series, we are including only the 108 most important shlokas of ISKCON, so the modes or gunas are not explained in detail. Moreover, guna or gun cannot be simply translated as mode or quality in English. Actually, it is the gun itself which manifests or create certain qualities. Example, from sattva arises calmness, from rajas ambition, and from tamas arrogance and ignorance. These are fascinating concepts that should be explored in detail, so please do try going deeper through other reliable sources. In chapter 15, Krishna elaborates more about himself and concludes that whoever is engaged in true devotion to Krishna is the knower of the absolute truth. Friends, always remember, one does not have to prove his knowledge or intellect through highly philosophical and complex statements. Krishna's devotees are humble and compassionate people who do not even need words to express the sacred truth, the truth being Krishna. Jai Shri Krishna.
वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्